I don't have too many of these, but this tank is so poorly lit that I literally almost need a flashlight to talk about it during the daytime. Without any further ado, we're gonna jump in and look at one of my favorite cage setups that I've ever made. I started working on this last March. It's come quite a ways since I first started, but we'll talk about what's going on in the latest update. These updates were made last night. And then at the end of the video, I wore the GoPro while I made said updates so that you lovely viewers could see the process if it felt like it. This is a 45-gallon Paludarium setup that, as far as I can see now, is about as far along as it's gonna come. I don't know how much more I'm gonna add or change to this. I mean, I might add some plants, but right now I think what we see is what we're gonna be looking at for a long time. Like I said, 45-gallon tank, absolutely wonderful sized tank. Super cool tank. I absolutely love staring at it. It's a column tank, which is, at least in my opinion, the best tank for looking at as a column tank. We're at ISO 16,000, but there you can see pond foam at the bottom. That's kind of a filtration thing that we've got going on in here so that the tank doesn't get too stinky and that the water stays nice. First things first, we'll talk about the land side and everything I've got going on in here. The land side of this is most of the tank. Yesterday, the land side was just about everything from there up. I doubled the water for the turtle that's in there. We'll have a look at him a little later in the video. I guess first we can have a look at our lighting setup and talk about that a little bit first because I'm doing some different things with lighting here. Right in here, 100-watt zoom head basking bulb. And then in each of these, I have a 100-watt and a 100-watt red bulb and a blue bulb. There's a 10.0 Reptile sun bulb in this, which normally sits over this part, while this sits kind of in the middle. The reason I have this set up is, if we go look back here, we're all on timers that turn on and off at different times of the day. In the morning, the blue one's on. In the middle of the day and in the afternoon, that orange one, or the bright daytime bulb. In the late afternoon, I've got a red one that turns on. It's just kind of an experiment that I'm doing with lighting cycles and seeing how that helps the lizards move throughout the cage throughout the day. Ideally, when the red and the blue are here, we spend our morning hours hanging out in here. We really like to sleep in this Spanish moss up here so, we can feel safe and sit on these low branches in here where it's nice and dense. In the later afternoon, as it is now, there's a turtle basking spot back here, and then there's plenty of basking spots for the anoles here. There's also a nice open area for, you can see up in the top there, the big green guy. There he is with all his largeness and greenness. He's a big male green anole, and if you know anything about big male green anoles, they love to sun and dance and show they dewlap off. And that's kind of what we're doing here. Is this is just an open space so that in the summer he can sit up there and tilt his head back and be dramatic and get the attention of those nice ladies we got in there. This is just like some sheet moss that I have in here. It touches the pond foam and the water, so this kind of just stays nice and moist all the time, and then it rests up against a hollow piece of cork. This is probably the best look we'll get at it because it's hard to get a focus in there, but plenty of leaf litter and crevices and stuff in there that the anoles can use. And then like I said, we've got layers and layers of Spanish moss in this tank. The anoles super love to sleep in the Spanish moss. You see her? She got her head in there. It's hard to shoot this tank, man, I'm sorry. So that's what we've got going on the land side here. Just tons of branches, tons of density. This is supposed to support my anoles primarily. There is a Squirrel Treefrog in here somewhere that somebody found in their basement coming up out of their storm drain. And as soon as I heard that, I said, gimme. And they did. We've also got lots of ghost wood, some magnolia pods. You can see there. Lots of crevices in that cork for the anoles to use the way what they would in the wild, which is, in the mornings especially, we'll come in and there'll just be anoles hanging out on all these little branches or within the crevices. A lot of the times you'll come in and the only thing you can see of them is just a tail sticking up out of the crevice, or like, a little nose or something. On the surface of the water side, we've got plenty of duckweed. We've also got some frog bit there in the back. I just put that in yesterday. I've done frog bit in here before. It does pretty well, but the roots on that stuff is just crazy right now. And here's just one more look at the land side of this tank. The land/arboreal side of this tank. Super happy with how this has come out. Super awesome, and especially after the edits yesterday. This tank is, I think, is as close to a 10 as you can get. I do want to get, I want to get like some Virginia creeper and some cool natives so that we'll have one last thing you can see there coming up out of the water. I am hoping that the turtle will use that as a basking spot. So far he's been either totally buried or totally aquatic, but last night I did catch him sterno climbing up on this one, so hopefully we get some more of that in the future. One of the primary issues with this tank is that no matter how I film it, it never looks as cool as it does in person. You can see a lot better now. We have quite a bit of pond foam in here. I've also got a large piece that sits across the front like that. That just kind of keeps all of this nonsense from becoming all of this nonsense. There you can see we're growing hornwort in here. We've got some Bacopa caroliniana that melted in the fish tank. Back there you can see the root mass from those frog bit that I put in last night. It's definitely not necessary to have anything crazy for filtration in here. That's just a Donner pump. Basically the way that works is it pulls water through the filter foam, pushes it up, and we just have a real passive form of filtration in here. So I would like to add some Gambusia to this tank to see if they can handle the turtle. Yeah, so that's the aquarium side of this Paludarium. It's not really that much right now. For the most part, I mean, originally this was just supposed to be something for the anoles to look down into, and then somebody brought me a turtle, and alright, we're doing turtle stuff. See how close I can get until this guy bails on us. Can we see his... Yeah, look. There he is. Ah. See, one day he's gonna learn. That's not dangerous, brother. I put some shrimps in, and it lured out Howard Sterno. He smells them. This guy's awesome. And what's even more awesome is he is totally native with the anoles and the Squirrel Treefrog that he shares the tank with. I didn't have to collect this guy. Some crab fishermen did that for me. My guy has no hunting abilities. I'm finally getting to see him stick his head in the weeds though. Did you get some? Oh, he got a cricket! Okay, we saw the turtle and we saw the turtle eat. I have to make sure there's not anoles in this. Oh, there's an anole. You're good. Go the other way. Go the other way. Go the other way. Go. Yeah, there you go. It's early January and the anole tank is sleepy, especially for the big green guy. I haven't any empty bins. They're full of dead crickets. The flitter collection bucket is a go. I'm actually happy with how this cork worked in there. Just kind of threw it in there a few months ago. It layered pretty nicely. Oh, was that an anole? Did somebody run? What have I done? For as cool as they look, they are a pain in the ass, these Paludariums. Basically, I'm just going to take as much of the leaf litter out of here as I can, and then we're going to move a lot of this stuff here and extend the water. 2 thumbs up for water extension. And also like plus 50 defense and attack. There's a lot of litter of leaf in this tank. Where the bum's been thrown out? There's so much litter in here. This is kind of a red state Paludarium. The thing to consider with green anoles when tank building is that they're always somewhere and they love to get... Are those... No, they're not eggs, it's mold. Let's all be cool neighbors here, eh? Alright, I see one of them. Just be cool. It's all good. You can see the water extends clear up under there. If you want to be a good lizard, you can sit there. That would be awesome if you would just be a good lizard and sit there. Because me and you can learn to get to know each other and you can settle the hell down. I'm just trying to make it so that Turtle Man has more space and so that this looks a little nicer for me and looks a little cooler for you maybe. Do lizards notice aesthetics within their tank? We're down in the cypress mulch. which I think will be moved up here. That was blue stem. Now it's a blue, I don't know, maybe it was setting roots, maybe it's alive. But if I came in here next year and saw some green coming out of that, I would be pretty freaking surprised. At the very least, it shall sit at the top. There are a lot of isopods in here, I will say that. Alright, no lizard squishing today. This is an anti... They like to sit in little nooks. We talked about microhabitats in another video, and there you can see how we're gonna make. We got one. Take this one apart a little bit. Another thing with the anoles is that you kind of have to make sure they're not out of the cage. I hate this stuff because I don't want to hurt any. Okay, I see 1, 2, 3. I'll get along. Cool. See there, we got plenty of crevices to squeeze in and out of. I think that's more just a winter thing, the crevice setting, but I like it, and presumably they do too. There we go. It's also going to be about this deep with water after this, so that should be just peeking out of the water. Be a cool spot for some moss. Oh, there was a worm in there. That's cool. I didn't know we were worming. That probably came out of the of this bad boy, the dead blue stem. We're gonna dig that. Check that out. Hope is that we'll sit on those while we bask. And it'll be really nice because it'll be kind of private for them. It's important to have spots where they can be sitting where I can't be seeing. Got some work algae there. That's going in the tanks with the goldfish. I gotta make sure not to tip this tank over. This up a little bit and get some more branches out of it. I saw a shadow. Let's nobody break out of here, right? Let's all be smart. We're far too stupid to be smart. I haven't a clue where that dang tree frog is, which is not the best thing to have be true with tree frogs, but be careful. See, I know that can be put to better use. Y'all are good. I'm not gonna move that one because y'all is being good, so let's all be good. Lizards are fucking dumb. Let's tree frog locate. 1, 2, 3 lizards. I'm not really worried about this guy. Where's that frog? Frogs are delicate, and I don't want to squish anybody on their birthday. Okay, there's the tree frog. Good catch. I wonder if they're 100% scared or if there's like 2% of them that's like, yo, it look a little different. All right, let's all just chill for a few minutes and not freak out. We got through that part. That was fun. I'm back after taking a moment to consider things, and I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this here so that nobody does anything stupid, because we're gonna move this over here. Stop that. That's getting your toes chopped off business, greenie. Alright, so that'll be cool. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but we love hiding in the green stuff. That look dope. Yeah, I like the Spanish moss up there. Alright, thanks, buddy. 2 more things to do. Oh, mole. Alright, let's put this bad boy. That was the coolest way to say bad boy. Bad boy. Alrighty, I think we feel more comfortable even with me messing in here than they did before I did these edits. That's what we can do with that. We can use it to make a dam. A dam. Will I ever see the anoles again? His dad shakes his head from the other room because he likes to see them, and this is probably too much cover. Alright, now we're going to fill it up. And then I shall apply the moss to a moist area. Alright, I'm about to put 10 more gallons of water in this tank. So now I've got to wring this out. I'll shove this down here. Just like that. This will be our moss landing. Okay, that looks pretty good. We stick it on there. We take the moss. Turtle's seen some shit. He came in here in a bag with a bunch of crayfish. Okay, he's tough 'cause he's born in wild. And then some idiot crayfishermen thought, these people gonna get a turtle. And then they thought, why did we get a turtle? And then I saw them at work and I said, give me the turtle. And they said, okay. And they gave it to me. What'd you think of this, Dad? You're the guy I'm doing this for. And when you're looking at me, tell me, what do you see? I see a frog right there. Man, imagine when we have to freaking acclimate fish into this dang thing. If I think it's a pain in the ass now, just wait until then. Dad, you want to come give me the thumbs up? You think that does enough for the across thing you wanted? See a frog.
Oh, see, now they can run here, they can go there, they can hop down there. Kind of give them a trail to walk on.
Cool.